So I've spent 60 hours this week playing Classic Era and my character is still only level 22. So why on earth has this taken me so long? Well, there's a very special reason for this, to which I'm going to explain in this video.
Isn't that crazy? Already started a new classic character the other day.
So ever since I made my video highlighting the growing community on the Classic Era servers, the community has grown even more. This was largely helped by Asmongold reacting to my video. Since then, the population has been doubled on every single server cluster. For instance...
Wait, what?
Even more. This was largely helped by Asmongold reacting to my video.
Right.
Since then, the population has been doubled on every single server cluster. For instance, the other day, the Firemore cluster on EU peaked at 3,000 online players.
What the fuck?
You know, that's not bad for an MMO that has received no updates in 3 years. Hydraxian Warlords also peaked at 1,600, but that was Alliance only, so the total population is probably in the ballpark of 2,000 to 3,000.
Oh my god.
Now, I really can't take credit, though, for increasing the server's popularity, really, because it was growing YouTubers like JTV, Dwarflord, and Yetapus, and many others from the Discord community who have really got the snowball rolling by posting on Reddit and making videos on YouTube. Classic Era now quite literally has a bigger population than most small MMOs, like the Lord of the Rings Online, for example.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
the excitement doesn't stop there, because now a huge Classic Era esports event is happening this weekend and is continuing to happen over the course of the next 2 months. This is a hardcore challenge called the Hardcore All-Stars World Tour that is professionally sponsored with a prize pool of $5,000.
That's a lot of money.
If you're unfamiliar with the hardcore challenge, it's very simple. It's been influenced by the Diablo hardcore game mode, where if your character dies, well, that's it. Game over. You have to start all over again.
Yep.
Now, the idea of this hardcore event is also pretty simple. There are 5 circuits to complete. Each circuit has a pool of classic WoW dungeons within it, and teams will compete to speedrun each circuit of dungeons. Points will be given for how fast you complete the dungeons and how fast you travel between dungeons, and points can be taken away for mistakes. Let me give you an example. So Circuit 1 is happening this weekend.
I worry about points being taken away from mistakes from a technical POV, like as somebody who's done tournaments like this before. I can see this being very circumstantial. I think it probably should just be on timers versus deaths. Personally, maybe I'm wrong.
And on Saturday, 9 AM PST. The dungeons are Wailing Caverns, Dead Mines, Shadowfang Keep, and Black Fathom Deeps.
That's cool artwork.
The max
I like
entry
that.
level is 22.5, so teams can't exceed this level. Many participating players, including myself, have been doing a ridiculous amount of preparation to optimize the power of their character with this level 22.5 restriction in place.
Okay.
And for some reason, this has been weirdly extremely fun. In a weird way, this level cap introduced...
I can see how that would be really interesting, because I remember whenever Classic WoW Beta came out, me and SFand and like McConnell and everybody, we spent a lot of time min-maxing being like level 30. Some of the most fun I've ever had was doing, remember that one stream that we did of Scarlet Monastery, the armory? It was like me, McConnell, and like I think that Hunter guy... And I'm trying to remember who else it was. God, that was such a good fucking day, man.
This is theoretical patches to
I don't know
the
if
game,
McConnell was
because
there
we
or
can't
not.
go higher than level 22. So now all content available at level 22 is effectively the new endgame for us. This is a slower form of progression, and the advantage of this is we aren't rushing to max level, and in this process you discover so much about the game that you didn't originally know. I'm starting to think that MMOs should have a slower form of progression when they launch, where you can't just get to max level straight away. Otherwise people...
Tower Fantasy did that. It wasn't very good. So I don't know. Like I think it very much depends.
People do rush and skip a lot of the leveling content. For instance, I'm discovering new quests with great rewards I would normally skip, and I also didn't know how much loot you can get from fishing in Stone Talon Mountains. Many players have been fishing in fish and wreckage pools to get some of the best loot in the game from inside these watertight trunks because they have a chance to contain good green loot. It's also the best method to farm gold at this level, and I've seen players farming these on stream for 12 hours straight.
Jesus.
I'm personally not quite going that tryhard because I don't really care about winning that much. I just wanted to partake in this event because it looked like a very unique, challenging and fun adventure, and I definitely didn't want to miss out because it definitely has been very, very fun. This has weirdly been the most fun I've had in World of Warcraft for a long time, yet I'm doing low level 20 leveling in Durotar and the Barrens. There's always just something special about community events.
He's wearing like a
it's
fucking
unique
suit.
Feeling knowing that the community created the content you are experiencing, not the game developers. And it's one of the biggest highlights of playing an MMO in my humble opinion.
I think also, like, Classic WoW is very much a long-form game, and because it's such a long-form game that you can play and then come back to, and it's very slow-paced, it's very relaxing to just sit back and play the game and chill out. And also, the game is extremely slow and easy.
MMOs are supposed to be about the community at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You may think that the challenge is done because why on earth...
Like I've said before, I think that they need to do Classic Plus. Like, I would rather Classic Plus than Vanilla, or sorry, than BC or Wrath Plus, personally. After playing through all three of them recently, yes, I want Classic Plus.
To play the game was such a punishing penalty to the game, and why would you want to go back to playing Vanilla World of Warcraft yet again? But if it's not your cup of tea, then fair enough. You go and play whatever you want to play. We'll go and play whatever we want to play. You know, at the end of the day, let's just do perhaps what we find fun and just get on with it.
Yeah, I do think that, like, hardcore is very much a niche thing. A lot of people are not going to want to play hardcore. However, there are enough people for there to be a community around it.
And respect each other for doing what we find is fun. Because without this penalty, the event would be nowhere near as exciting to watch, and the challenge itself wouldn't have the emotions that go alongside having a hardcore character. When death really is game over, you have a different level of sentimentality towards your character. And honestly, it's hard to explain until you've actually done the challenge for yourself. So be sure to tune in on Saturday to watch the action. You can watch my POV on Twitch. My Twitch is always in the description. Or just watch the event live on Kargos' stream, where I'm pretty sure Sarf and Stay Safe are casting the event, and we'll be switching between several different POVs. If you found this video...
I can't wait to watch people die because they pull too many mobs. It's going to be really fun to see.
Useful and interesting, then I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe to the channel. That really does help me out and allows me to make more videos like this. But anyway, to my next video, ciao.
That's a pretty decent video. I think so. We'll have to... I'm not going to do it today, but maybe tomorrow I can go on the Classic WoW era realms and see how many people are playing now. Because it sure seems like there's a lot, which is great to see. I'm very happy about that. Classic WoW is it's a great game in a lot of ways, and I hope that Blizzard can look at what made it so good, and other developers can look at what made it so good, and find a way to copy it. But yeah, it's a Metagoblin video. Go ahead and give it a like, share it for you guys. Make sure to do the same. People are just addicted to nostalgia feeling. That's why WoW is so good. People are addicted to the nostalgia feeling. Yes, but I don't think that is the entire answer. But it is a big part of the answer, absolutely. Yes, of course.
A truth, what made it true.